so he's ready to go, and Drake London is back, and Michael Penix loves to throw it downfield.
On second down, Penix is sacked. And it's K'Lavon Chaisson.
And hang out with you a little bit more.
Times have changed. On first down, it is Travion Henderson on the carry across the 30.
He will go in motion and be a lead blocker.
Sure is. And they get the first down with Tonga leading the way. First down for New England. May takes the check down. Henderson is there and spins his way forward for another first down into Atlanta territory. Second down and 10. May, plenty of time. Now chased out, keeps the play alive. He will keep it, and Drake May with a first down run.
Try and spread them out a little bit, to your point.
And that's Douglas in the backfield. May looking his way, trying to connect with Douglas. Got him! Touchdown!
Andrew Catalon, you spotted it. What they did was they took Henderson, put him in the slot as the running back, and took the wide receiver, Douglas, and popped him back in the slot.
On first down, Robinson spun down, and K'Lavon Chaisson having a huge opening quarter for the Patriots. Patriots backed up to begin their second drive of the game. And on first down, it's Travion Henderson trying to sneak through, and he takes it out to the 10-yard line, a gain of 4.
Remember Mr. Kraft sending his plane to send people places? You name it, they're going to do it.
Third down and 10. May buys time and connects with Hunter Henry.
Jaden Daniels and Bo Nix.
Third down and 7. May steps up, throws on the run, and again to Hunter Henry. Somehow, Jalen Walker, who had great coverage, could not break it up. Henderson on first down. Right up the middle, Travion Henderson with an 8-yard run. A.J. Terrell on the tackle for Atlanta. Here's Jennings. And Jennings picks up the first down for New England. Twice on this drive, the Falcons have gotten to him. May over the middle, Austin Hooper has it. And a first down for New England. D. Alford on the tackle, a gain of 19 for the former Falcon. And he said he has not gone back to watch that game. Jennings up the middle. Jennings with a first down run. First and goal for the Patriots. 12th play of the drive. Jennings again trying to get in. And that is his first NFL touchdown. Terrell Jennings, the first-year running back out of Florida A&M, puts the Patriots back on top.
But Jack Westover again, he's the guy right in the middle, making the block. You see Mac Hollins getting in there.
Third and 10, Patriots bringing the house. Penix flushed out, throws, and completes it, but well short of a first down. That's Diggs in motion, still looking for his first catch. May steps up, fires, looking for Douglas. Got him! Demario Douglas still on his feet at the 20, cuts it back, stumbling around, but still going. Pop Douglas pops off for 58 yards.
Exceptional to start it off because they brought the extra people. And look where Drake May has time to not only survey the field, but step up and find pops. Jalen Walker, 11. James Pierce, 27. First-round picks this year for the Falcons.
May over the middle. He's got Diggs. Stephon Diggs at the 5. Diggs, stiff arm, diving for the pylon. Touchdown! What a play by Stephon Diggs!
First touchdown and dedicated the ball to Mike Akimbola, the head guy that does rehab.
Patriots fans making some noise on third down and 10. Penix over the middle. He's got Pitts. Can he get to the line to gain? It's going to be very close, but he appears to be short. Two big losses for the moment for each team. And on first down, Henderson up the middle. Remember, the Patriots do not have a timeout. May over the middle. Douglas has another catch at midfield. Another New England first down. 7 fumbles for May this year. He has lost 2 of them. Taking a shot along the sideline for Douglas. And a Great adjustment by Douglas to come back for the ball and make the catch in front of Mike Hughes. First down and 10. And they give it to Henderson again. And A.J. Terrell is able to trip him up. And the way that Coor talked about Stryker in terms of his work ethic as Henderson picks up the first down. 2nd and 1, an area in the field where maybe you take a shot. Instead, they run it. Jennings up the middle, and he's got the first down.
They want to run the ball inside those defensive ends.
May over the middle. He's got Hunter Henry, turns it upfield, and picks up the first down. Play fake. May on the move, chased by Pierce. Nobody home, but he locates Hollins and picks up a few yards on the play.
No question about it.
3rd down and 2. May chased out. Can he pick up the first? Yes, he can.
It has to be great discipline by the other 10 on your team. And what I mean by that is this play lasted a long time. And then when he finally exited out, no one clipped, no one held.
Julian Ashby, the long snapper for the Patriots. And the kick by Borregales is good. A long drive by New England.
See if Spillane or someone sits in the middle in case Penix wants to go.
He flips it to Robinson, who juggles it. Robinson not able to turn the corner. Gonzalez runs him out.
They almost count on scoring on defense as part of their offense.
May to Diggs, and now let's see how Drake May responds after the interception last time out. Henderson picks up the first down.
They always bring 5. Will they bring more this time?
May loads up, fires, got a man, and a first down. A loss of 8. Ebikete's coming again. May steps up. And May will keep it and runs out of bounds just across midfield.
But it's bounced back since then, but that was a huge miss.
Henderson tough running and picks up a few. Now think back to what we talked about on that previous drive.
Yeah, the last time they tried what they thought was a safe 3rd down pass that Jalen Walker knocked down.
They are throwing. May to the outside. Got a man. First down. Henry inbounds. And that will do it.